Next verse. Only 2 verses left. You're almost enlightened. All differences like wetness, foam, wave, which is just a form of water, coldness, fluidity, and sweetness are non-separate characteristics of the underlying essence of water. The characteristics of water have no existence separate from the water from which they arise. I'm going to say that again. The characteristics of water have no existence separate from the water itself from which these characteristics arise. So when you're describing water as wet, wet has no separate inherent you cannot separate wet from the water. You cannot take water and pull out something that is wetness. I mean, I suppose you could say you dehydrate the water, but change the shape. But the character, you know what I'm trying to get at, right? It's just an analogy, right? You can't separate out. You can't. Let's say there's a wave in the water. So you have a body of water, and there's a wave in the water. You can't pull out something called wave that's separate from the water. So a wave and the water aren't two separate things as wave plus water equals water wave. It's just water. Wave is a name we have given to a structure that we see that appears on water. It's not separate from the water itself. So all these characteristics appear and disappear in water. All characteristics of water are only aspects of their essential nature, water. Make sense? Okay. Last verse. You get it now. You're now free. So listen carefully. And feel free to listen to this over and over again until it really sinks in. And don't take my word for it. Feel free to debate it in your head. Because you'll see that it's true. But you really need to experience it yourself. So definitely listen to this over and over. Watch this over and over and over again until you're actually experiencing it. Feel free to debate it and come to your own conclusions. So here's the last verse. Upon waking up from the dream state, all characteristics of the dreamer, such as existence and consciousness, dissolve and are realized to be only projections of the dreaming mind. Okay? No argument there. Just so, upon awakening, and by awakening, he means the realization that there is just awareness. Actual reality is aware. Awareness is the only real thing that you, quote unquote, experience. And you don't really experience it because there is no you to experience it. But anyways, just so, upon awakening, all separate characteristics of the self dissolve and are realized to be only projections of non-dual awareness, and awareness with a capital A, non-dual awareness. As foam and wave have no existence separate from water, so also the entire universe, consisting of the separate self and the objective world around it, have no existence separate from non-dual awareness. In truth, all that exists is non-dual awareness. All right. Feel free to bombard me with questions. That was Drishya Viveka. To me, the most efficient text to take you from a state of a person who suffers to an enlightened existence where there actually is no such thing as suffering.